Well, this ought to be great. This ought to be awesome. This ought to be spectacular. I got the WWE logo in the background, but I'm not too happy. I'm not too happy at all. If you want to donate, you can donate by clicking the selection in the link in the description or in the comment section of the video to my GoFundMe, because I always appreciate what you do for me, and I always give back, whether it be a shout-out, a live chat, a live stream, a Skype call, whatever it is. But I'm going through the rumors and the news, and I'm going to go live, and I'm going to do these kind of videos. WWE planning a heavily scripted NXT program. Now, you got to be kidding me with this one, viewers and subscribers. I am actually taken aback. I am appalled. Vince McMahon reportedly was going to have something to do with this. Vince McMahon was going to have his hands all over this. But apparently Vince McMahon is just too busy with WWE's football league, the XFL. But listen to this report, viewers. I was so excited and amped up. Yes, USA Network, NXT, they're going to premiere. They've already advertised matches. Remember to take this time to share, subscribe, and smash the bell. I'm prolific, I'm consistent, and I'm sure as hell dedicated. WWE's NXT brand, as reported and as seen on Ringside News, is going to go through a lot of changes with their move to the USA Network. September 18 is said to be a big night where some longtime NXT fans could notice a bit of a difference as well. A bit of a difference. And it's going to feel a little bit different. Yeah, it's going to feel a bit different because it's going to be heavily scripted. How in the hell are you going to make NXT, which is so natural, so organic? Let's just get more into the report. This is the brash and brazen, and I'm not feeling too brash right now. I'm feeling more about as a hash. Dave Meltzer reported on the Wrestling Observer Radio that NXT's live 2-hour show is going to be heavily scripted. This is a departure from the way it used to be in a manner of speaking. They realized they didn't have too much time for scripting because of the previous hour-long format. This is why wrestling was highlighted so much on the show. Now with NXT being 2 hours, they are bringing in more writers and things are going to be heavily scripted. As was previously reported, WWE actually gave certain superstars some more room to flex their creative muscle last week, as a couple of segments weren't as tightly scripted as they would have been in the past. Of course, on the other side is AEW, who will send their wrestlers out for a promo with only possible bullet points. This is certainly a different way of looking at things, and it will also be interesting to see what tactic ends up winning in the end. So, I thought everything was looking good for NXT. I thought the WWE, I think, is well underway. Triple H was going to be on it. Vince McMahon reportedly wasn't going to change NXT. Vince McMahon wasn't going to have his fingerprints on NXT. And now WWE planning heavily scripted NXT programming on the USA Network. And it's going to be a 2-hour show, and it's going to be live. And, they want to survive and they want to thrive. But then the WWE throws something quite like this at us. NXT is home. It's bred. It's natural. It had so much leverage. It had a lot of, you had confidence in NXT. And reportedly, there are going to be some WWE superstars, past NXT stars, who are going to go to NXT. Now, remember, there was rumors that, Enzo and Cass were going to be on NXT. Well, obviously, that didn't happen. That's not going to materialize. But they're going to have WWE stars make occasional appearances back and forth. We know that there's a draft. We know that there's a brand split coming up. And those brand splits, that draft, is going to be permanent. There ain't going to be no more of the whole, one guy goes to one show, another guy goes to another show. If there's invasions going on, that's cool. I'm all for invasions. I'm all for that happening. But ladies and gentlemen, huge other news. More news coming across the desk of SeanzView Entertainment. The real reason why WWE is bringing The Undertaker back to Madison Square Garden. The Undertaker will be on Smackdown Live next week. The actual purpose of this visit is still shrouded in mystery, but we do know that he is not planning on another match anytime soon. Dave Meltzer confirmed on the Wrestling Observer Radio that The Undertaker is not scheduled for a Clash of Champions match, because there was rumors that The Undertaker was going to be involved in a Clash of Champions match, but that is not to be the case. This was something WWE planned for because they thought that they would need help selling tickets for the SmackDown Live at Madison Square Garden, the WWE's home away from home in New York City, MSG. The truth is, they needed help selling tickets for both nights in Madison Square Garden, which is why they brought in the incomparable, stone cold Steve Austin. I was told that is not the case. Taker will not wrestle at Clash of Champions, although, anything can happen in the WWE. Anything can change. I thought that myself, and I was told, no, he's going to be on the show. Basically, the gist was going to be on the SmackDown show because they In turn, that would help that he would help ticket sales, and, hopefully The Undertaker could help sell out Madison Square Garden. And they were hoping for an easy sellout, and the second show, SmackDown, would need some help. The fact is that neither shows are going to sell out at the world's most famous arena, but they're giving it a very good try. I mean, again, right now the report goes to say that the shows are not going to sell out, but with Austin and The Undertaker, that could change the dynamic. That could change the performance, so you just never know. You can blame anything from ticket sales to technology to WWE's popularity, but something isn't what it used to be. Bruno Sammartino had no problem selling out the same building for Vince McMahon many, many years ago. Vince McMahon's father, he did that for Vince McMahon's father, did Bruno Sammartino. Now they might have to break out the tarps to cover up empty sections of seating at Madison Square Garden. But ladies and gentlemen, here is some great news about WWE. Here is absolutely splendid news. And remember the Brash and Brazen, if you want to donate, you can click the link on my GoFundMe in the comment section of the video or in the description of the video. WWE SmackDown from Tuesday nights, ladies and gentlemen. And something I did not expect and something I did not see. WWE SmackDown takes the #1 spot in the cable top 150 for 5th week in a row, and the viewership was up for the show. This week's SmackDown episode featuring more King of the Ring matches, plus another show closing segment with Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, and Eric Rowan drew 2.130 million viewers according to Showbuzz Daily. This is up 2% from last week's 2.088 million viewers. SmackDown was number 7 for the night in viewership for the 3rd week in a row. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. This week's draw, the big draw on network TV at 8 p.m. was America's Got Talent on NBC, which drew 9.106 million viewers. To compare, Monday's Raw drew an average of 2.507 million viewers, down from last week's 2.528 million viewers. So viewers and subscribers, this is actually pretty good for SmackDown, because I think once SmackDown moves to Fox, the ratings will go up. They're going to have more advertisements. They're going to have more commercials. They're going to get themselves out there, because you got NASCAR, you got football, you got a wide array of sports on there, and they can also advertise, hey, SmackDown's going to be on Friday nights. Now, you might think Friday night might not be the best night to air SmackDown, but you got to think about all the ballrooms. You got to think about the halls. You got to think about where you're going out. You got to think about all the parties. You got to think about all the big screens. You got to think about all the TVs. On a Friday night, they'll probably be airing SmackDown. SmackDown will probably be the show of shows on Friday night if you're going out. So, I'm going out. I can't watch SmackDown in my house. Well, you know what? Ask them to turn it on at TGI Fridays. Ask them to turn it on at any restaurant you go to. I'm sure SmackDown will be a very big deal, because Fox wants to make SmackDown a big deal. So that's good news. But NXT to be heavily scripted, I'm not so sure I'm liking that. And again, Vince McMahon was going to have his hands all over it, but now supposedly his fingerprints won't be all over WWE SmackDown, which in itself is probably a good thing, because Vince McMahon's focus is now on the XFL. And of course, the backstage news on the post-WWE draft plans. I think I've been saying WWF a lot, because I am a WWF fan since I'm 4 years old, so I'm used to saying WWF. So if I said WWF, I apologize in advance, because SeanzView Entertainment will always have something left, because I'll never have nothing left. But again, I'm going to go live. Your donations will be realized and recognized on GoFundMe. Again, the link for my GoFundMe is in the comment section of this video. I'm going to do videos like this, and hopefully YouTube sends them out to you. If not, if I get 1 view or 2 views on this, that's on YouTube. That's not on me. I'm giving you the news as it was meant to be. But yeah, viewers and subscribers, another thing, Triple H. The reason why Triple H wasn't a fan of CM Punk, and the reason why he buried CM Punk, and the reason why Triple H wasn't behind CM Punk and building up CM Punk, he didn't like the look. He didn't like his look. I guess he didn't like his butt. Something about his butt. I don't know. I was reading a report the other day about Triple H and CM Punk's butt. I don't know about that one. But Eric Rowan is getting a new look. Yeah, there is a new WWE 205 lead writer. I don't know that 205 Live is going to, exist for much longer, but it's still around. The AEW title was thrown on the street. They found the AEW World title, the original one, and they have handed it back to Chris Jericho, the Ayatollah of rock and roller. And of course, the big news is that AEW's Cody Rhodes is going to come out with a major announcement. AEW's Cody Rhodes is going to have a major announcement sometime today. And when that happens, I will break it all for you right here on Sean's View Entertainment. Remember to share and subscribe because Sean's View Entertainment will give it to you as it was meant to be and as it was supposed to be. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you've listened to it, and I hope you took it in. There was some good news. There was some bad news. There was some good news in between. Ladies and gentlemen, it could be even a tweener. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about NXT being heavily scripted once it moves to the USA Network? You thought Vince McMahon perhaps being involved in NXT, you thought that was going to be bad. Well, apparently that's not going to happen, but what is going to happen is that Vince McMahon is going to have his fingerprints on WWE's XFL, and as far away as Vince McMahon can stay from the WWE, I think the WWE will swell the magnitude of it, the ratings of it, the existence of it. I think WWE will be better for it if Vince McMahon kind of takes a step back. Drake Maverick, ladies and gentlemen, still hasn't consummated his marriage due to unfortunate circumstances. Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Owens explains why he also did not enjoy or get to like his last run as Universal Champion, but Kevin Owens has his sights set on becoming the new WWE Champion. So viewers and subscribers, this is where it all comes from. I work around the clock. I'm the face that books the place. I'm brash and brazen, and Sean's View Entertainment is prolific, consistent, and dedicated. And I will always raise the bar, and I will always go far, because this isn't the damn candy bar. This is Sean's View Entertainment. Subscribe, smash the bell, turn on all notifications. More to come where this came from. Later. Oh. I'll be back.